1. I'm going to be drawing a square and bisecting each of the sides. And to start off drawing the square, I'm going to draw a set of perpendicular lines. Because perpendicular lines form a 90-degree angle on each of their corners, I can use one of those to form the basis of a square. Because a square has all four sides the same length, I need to be sure that these two sides are the same length. Which they're close to being the same length, but it's not quite. So I just need to extend the horizontal line just a little bit. So then these two sides are the same length, and I need to extend this line down and this line across in order to form the square. But first, to do that, I need to draw a triangle so I know that this is half of the square. And if I just measure from the midpoint of this line to this intersection point right here and move it and copy that measurement down over here, I know where these two lines need to intersect. So then I know that these two lines need to intersect at this point, so I can just use the straight edge to connect these points. And that'll form the square. So I know that all of these sides are an equal length and all four corners have a right angle. So I can find the midpoint of each set of parallel sides and then just extend them through the center to make a bisection. Then make a set of parallel lines so I can bisect both sets of sides on the square. So then these two sides have been bisected, and I can then use the center point to make a parallel or perpendicular line going from this line . And since these form perpendicular lines, I know that these bisect the square on all four sides. Because this set of perpendicular lines going through the center of the square would bisect both sets of parallel sides. A 45, 45, 90 degree right triangle, and I'm going to start off with a straight line. And to form a perpendicular line from that, I'm going to find the midpoint of it. And since this is the midpoint and the straight line is going directly through it, I know that these form perpendicular lines. And I'm going to make sure that this line and this line are the same length in order to make sure that that two of the sides of the triangle are the same length. And since if I were to close this, it would be a square with right angles on all sides, I know that this has to be a right angle, and if I just draw a diagonal line connecting these 2 points, both of the side lengths will be the same, and this will be a 45-degree angle, and this will also be a 45-degree angle. I'm going to be drawing this shape, and I'm going to start out by drawing a circle on the paper. And in order to make sure that the sides of the triangle are the same length, I'm going to draw, using the same radius, smaller, same size arcs around the circle that are the same distance apart. And using the straight edge that I have, I'm going to connect 3 of the intersection points together, and that will form a triangle with equal sides. So then this shape matches up with this shape.